Hello, this is Pravit Rojanaphruk from Khao Sod English, and we're doing this for both Khao Sod English and Khao Sod Thai. Today I'm very delighted to have a very special person with us here at the studio. Let me introduce, as we all know, later this year, or actually a month from now, on November the 21st,
Yes.
the Miss Universe contest will take place here in Bangkok, and already some of the pageants and contestants already in town, and we here have one of the leading. We already have a leading contenders actually. So we were told, and I look at different stats. Our guest here is a leading contestant for the Miss Universe 2025 competition. Let me welcome Miss Olivia Yacé from Côte d'Ivoire.
Yes, thank
to
you.
the studio and to Thailand. Hello, bonjour.
Hello, thank you. Sawadee ka. Bonjour. It's a nice
Ça va?
accent. Ça va très bien, merci.
So we'll switch to English. I'm sorry, my French is horrible.
No, it's perfect.
But Olivia actually speaks 3 languages, so maybe we should start from there.
Yes.
You learn Spanish as well, I was told?
Yes, I do learn
And why
Spanish.
is that? Is that a special interest about Spain
Yes.
or Latin America?
Well, I have Mexican cousins, so that is how I started learning Spanish, because when we were young, we were always together and they were always speaking Spanish, and I wanted to know what they were saying. I would say, they're talking about me, they're talking about me, so I need to know what they're saying.
Okay.
So I learned Spanish in school,
Right.
and I ended up falling in love with it, falling in love with the Latin culture. I went a lot to Mexico as well, so that is how I started learning Spanish.
Okay, and your English side, American English in particular.
Yes.
And you sounded very American to me. Could you tell us about your life? I mean, you studied there as well.
I did,
so
yes.
Basically, you're very cosmopolitan.
I am. I like to call myself a child of the universe. I was born in Côte d'Ivoire, and when I was 7 years old, I moved to the United States in Maryland, where I did all my studies.
Okay.
So from kindergarten to elementary, middle,
I
high
see.
school, and then my last 2 years of high school I did in Côte d'Ivoire, and then I went back for college for university in Philadelphia, and then I did another 2 years in New York after that, after my master's in London.
Right. And in a way, you're very experienced. I mean, back in 2022, you were the first runner-up for Miss World
Yes, I was.
competition.
Yes.
And now you're back here. And I was told just prior to the interview that this is actually your second visit to Thailand. Is that
It
correct?
is my second visit. My first visit was in March, and it was also related to my Miss Universe preparation.
Right.
Asia is one of the best in pageantry. You have a lot of powerhouses,
Right.
and I am someone who is a perfectionist and who likes to do things 1,000%. So I go where the best are to
Okay.
prepare.
Okay.
So I came to Asia for my catwalk classes. I did them in Indonesia, in Jakarta.
Oh, wow.
And I went to Philippines for my final gown. I think my fans can guess who was doing my final gown. And I also went to Vietnam, Ho Chi Minh, for my national costume.
Wow, okay. Now, could you explain why? Okay, now I'm just curious.
Yes.
You're one of the top 3, if not top 5, leading contestants.
Yes.
Is there any reason why? Could you tell us the secret?
The secret? Well, I think it's related to being a comeback queen.
Okay.
Because I did Miss World, so the fans are already used to me. So everyone was waiting for me to come back to pageantry. And when I finally did, I think they were just very excited. And I also think it has to do with my experience, my authenticity. I try to always bring a new touch, a new cultural mix from traditional to modern in everything that I do.
Right. And of course, it's almost a tradition now that leading contestants do have philanthropic work. And
Yes.
for you yourself, you have a foundation named after you.
Yes,
Could you
yes.
tell us a bit about your foundation? I
Of
read a bit
course.
actually. Côte d'Ivoire is one of the more successful countries in West
West
Africa,
Africa, yes, sir.
economically, generally speaking.
Yes.
But still, I read a bit about your foundation that works focus on women's education
yes.
and rights. Could you tell us about what is still lacking behind? I've never been to your country. Only the closest I got there was Senegal.
Oh yes, Senegal. Yes.
Some years ago, and it was such an interesting experience. But anyway, tell us about your foundation, please.
Yes. Well, you know, with everything with me starts with a story, because everything I do is very personal, and I put my heart into it. And how my foundation started was a visit. When I was Miss Côte d'Ivoire, I visited a village of young girls. I was just there for a courtesy visit.
And then when was that?
That was in 2021.
Okay.
Yes, so this project has been brewing for a while.
Right.
But everything happens for a reason, like I say. And I met these young girls, brilliant, beautiful young girls who were eager to learn, who were smart. One of them who even knew some Chinese words. And I was like, how do you learn how to speak Chinese? She's like, oh, on the TV, you're just watching. But these young girls do not have the opportunity to an education.
Right.
So that's something that really touched me, because they come from unfavored backgrounds. You know, the parents or the situation they're in doesn't allow them to be able to go to school. So it just touched me, and I was like, I have to do something about that. So I started working on my foundation, and it really focuses on the education of young girls and boys, but specifically young girls in Côte d'Ivoire, and hopefully it'll expand to Africa, because in households in Côte d'Ivoire, if there's, let's say, 5 kids and there's 4 girls and 1 boy, the boy is going to go to school. You know, that's a reality. So something I try to do is give every single young girl an opportunity to an education, because I believe education is a right and should not be a choice.
Okay, and that is hopefully changing the attitudes that the boys will get the priority of the privilege. How deep-rooted is that?
We are evolving and trying to make that change every day, and you know, that's why my foundation is so important to me, because I feel like even if you just make one action, it already changes somebody's life, and another and another and another.
Right. Now, back to Thailand.
Yes.
And of course, we will go back to your country, because and remind me, because you're also the ambassador, tourism ambassador for your country. But now, let's just focus on Thailand first. What's your impression? So this is your second visit. I don't know how many days you have spent during your first visit earlier this year.
My first visit, I was here for, I would say, a week.
Okay.
A week. I was here for a week. Preparation. I did a Thai photo shoot with the traditional Thai attire.
Okay, you have to put that in.
Oh yes, I will send you the pictures. It was a beautiful red cultural gown, you know, with the belts and all the jewelry that goes with it. I also visited the Impact Arena, where the finals of Miss Universe will take place. I just wanted to get acquainted and see what it looked like, and it's beautiful. It's amazing, and I'm very, very excited.
Wow. Okay. Any problem with Thai food? I mean, you're going to spend the next 4 weeks
I know.
in Thailand. So tell us a bit about the challenges, okay? I'd like to hear, and the sort of cultural shock or adjustment that probably you may have to make in the coming weeks.
Well, there honestly is no negative side or challenges. The only thing is the time difference.
Okay.
Because it was a 20-hour flight from Côte d'Ivoire to Thailand, and there's a 7-hour difference from Côte d'Ivoire to Thailand. But apart from that, I feel right at home. It is very warm in Côte d'Ivoire. It's very warm in Thailand. The people are always, you know, very nice. We call it the land of smiles, smiling, very welcoming. And Côte d'Ivoire as well, we're called the land of hospitality, because we have the same cultures, you know, traditions, beautiful colors, the food. So I honestly feel right at home in Thailand.
So it must be right now to about 4 a.m. in Côte d'Ivoire.
Exactly, yes.
Terribly sorry.
It's okay. But that's also one reason why I came early.
With the jet lag, it's less than a week.
I guess a little bit, but I'm adjusting. But that's also one of the reasons why I came early, because I wanted to be ready, fresh for the competition.
And I assume you have already met with some other other contestants or
not yet, but I'm very eager to. We've sent each other messages, supporting. I've talked to a few candidates, Serbia, I've talked to Indonesia, I've talked to Guadeloupe, I've talked to so many girls, It's a competition, yes, and we all want the crown, but at the end of the day, we're all human and we're sisters, so it's important to keep these relationships.
A bit about the team, I realized, wow,
yes.
You have nearly half a dozen people here, and for 5 from Côte d'Ivoire, I presume. Is this common, or is this like a full house sort of big team?
It is common, but for me, I have an amazing team, and thank you for bringing that up, because I would like to take the time to say thank you to my team. They're very supportive, they're very loyal, they are always with me. Whenever I travel, you will always see a member with me. Right now we have my videographers. There is one making a documentary, and his name is Aziz Touré. We have Brice Nguessan, which is a videographer. We have Mabadou Nyang, who takes all my pictures. I am here with the Secretary General of Miss Côte d'Ivoire committee, and I'm here with my mom, Olivia Yacé, who is my manager also. So we call her Mamager, because she's Mamager, mom manager. I'm also here with my makeup artist, Raf Bomba, and Kevin Nguessan, and my makeup artist, hairstylist, Raf Bomba, yes.
And that's not uncommon for other countries to have
no, not at all. All the girls, a queen has to have a team. There's a lot that goes on, hair, makeup, we have to do the media, we have to showcase what we do, and that takes a huge team behind. And I also have another team who's not here, but who help, with text, the lawyers, the people who do the digitals. There's a huge team behind me, and I'm honestly blessed to have them.
So I presume you're already aware which parts of Thailand the
competition
would take you to, and it's not just Bangkok, I presume?
It's not. We're going to Phuket, and we're also going to Pattaya. Yeah, so I'm very, very excited to see the other side of Thailand.
Right. Now, just back to your country, since you are the tourism ambassador for Côte d'Ivoire as well, could you sort of do a sales pitch a little? As we are aware, unfortunately, traveling between this part of the world and Africa, at least you need one, if not 2 stopover, or
one at least.
It's not the most convenient, but I can assure you, I've been to Senegal once, and it's like a memory of a lifetime. And I presume there's some similarity, but probably not the same.
Yes, not the same, but similar as well.
They speak French there as well. The majority or the largest group of the populations are Muslims, but very interesting. So there's that mix between the African, the French, and the Muslim, Islam and everything. What about Côte d'Ivoire? The name itself, formerly known in English as Ivory Coast.
Ivory Coast,
so,
yes.
And Ivory is already banned. So why should someone, Thai or people from this part of the world, sort of, make a visit at least once in their lifetime to that part of Africa, to Côte d'Ivoire in particular?
Well, like I've said, if you from Thailand or anywhere in Asia want to go to Côte d'Ivoire, you will feel right at home. We have a lot of similarities. Côte d'Ivoire is known as the land of hospitality, so you will be very welcomed. We love having tourists. We love having people from different countries come to our culture. You will fall in love with the culture. We also have traditional dances, just like here. We have the Zaoli, we have the Akon dances, which is more like royalty, and we have amazing culinary food. We have spicy, we have fish, we have all the seafood, we have the traditional sauces. We are also known, well, a lot of people don't know this, but we have the biggest basilica in the world.
What's the name of the basilica?
La Basilique Notre-Dame de la Paix, La Basilique Notre-Dame de la Paix. So Our Lady of Peace, basically, to translate. So it's an amazing artifact gifted to Côte d'Ivoire by the first president, the President Félix Houphouët-Boigny, and it's something that people should absolutely travel to see. Côte d'Ivoire coast, so we are on the coast. We also have amazing beaches that are just also a sight to see, and the nightlife, the party. It's just, you have to come to Côte d'Ivoire, and we are also African champions, champion d'Afrique. We won last year, so that's also pride, and there is just so much talent that comes out of Côte d'Ivoire, whether it's artists, whether it's beauty queens, whether it is, soccer players. I'm sure everyone is aware if I say Didier Drogba, immediately people know that it is Côte d'Ivoire. So Côte d'Ivoire is an amazing country, and you should 100% visit.
Wow. Okay. Well, that's a very interesting sales pitch. Now, just probably we're winding up the interview, but could you tell us about your expectation? I mean, since you're already a leading contender, probably your chance of winning is quite high, I presume.
Thank you.
Would you be most disappointed if you didn't make it, or what would it gets quite competitive with other beauty queens. How do you handle that between competitions and friendship? On one hand, you forge friendship with fellow contestants from around the world.
Yes.
And on the other hand, you all know that you're competing with
for the same crown.
How do you handle that? Particularly during the competition and after that, were you able to maintain, a relationship or friendship with some of the contestants, and you have been to some of the major contestants?
Yes, well, bringing it back, first of all, to my experience at Miss World, I still have very strong friendships from Miss World.
Okay.
So, I'll just give you an example. In Philippines, I got a lot of help from my friend Tracy Marine, who is Miss World Philippines when I was Miss World Côte d'Ivoire. And she was the one helping me in Philippines with my preparation for Miss Universe.
Right.
So if we didn't have that link, that wouldn't be possible. So it's a reality that we are all competing for the crown, but at the end of the day, there is 130 countries and only one crown. So we are all competitive, but we are also, not going to be hating towards each other or anonymous, because it's a game. It's a game, and it's the name of the game, and that's just how it is. And for me, the most important is to focus on myself. I always say there's a lot of competition. Every girl represents proudly her country, but I am my own competition. I focus on me. I focus on being authentic and giving the best that I can for myself, for my country, for my continent, Africa. My slogan for this competition and for my campaign is "It's time for Africa," because I believe that Africa has a lot to offer to the world, and it's time that the world gives Africa its right place as equals. So I am, very excited for this adventure. It's going to be a beautiful adventure with an amazing experience. I hope to win the crown. I think I have everything that it takes to win the crown. But if I don't win the crown, I know I would have given it 100%. I would have given it my heart, and I would not regret a single thing.
Wow. Okay, last question.
Yes.
How has the beauty contest generally, and we're not just talking about Miss Universe, and there are a few, and you're like the first runner-up for the Miss World competition, evolves over the past few years. You a little of an experience at 27. Probably you have seen how it has evolved. It's very competitive. Social media has become a very instrumental part of it, and
I would say the number one factor, actually.
Right now. Okay, so tell us a bit about how it has, the landscape has changed over the past few years.
Well, when people hear about beauty pageants, the first thing they think about is just beauty, and that's it. Being beautiful, walking, pasarela. But it's much more than that, and that's what has evolved during the years. Nowadays, Miss Universe is creating a program called Beyond the Crown, which is not just about the crown, but what do you do with the crown, the projects, the campaigns you lead, the impactful things you make, not for yourself and not only for the crown, but for others. Use the crown for good. For example, the foundation that I have, if I were to be Miss Universe, I would use the Miss Universe platform to increase the education, to make sure that education is a right for all the young women. So that is what beauty pageants are about today. It's not about just being beautiful. Beauty is subjective. You might think someone is beautiful. I might not think someone is beautiful, but the most important is what's in the heart and what you can do for others.
Well, I can't imagine anyone who would disagree or say you're not beautiful, but with that note, I really thank you, Miss Universe Côte d'Ivoire, Olivia Yacé, and wishing you the best of luck.
Thank you.
I don't know, maybe if I could vote, I'll vote for you.
Thank you so much.
And I hope you enjoy your stay here in Thailand for the next coming 4 weeks. And again, folks, the Miss Universe 2025 is taking place here in Bangkok, Thailand. On the finals is on the 21st of November. So we have a full month, and I think there's a lot that will be reported about in the coming weeks.
Yes.
For this occasion, thank you again. Merci beaucoup.
Merci à vous.
Gracias. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
The best of luck.
Thank you so much.
Come back quick.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.